Yo! It's been a hot second since I've made a movie review, so let's review two movies in one. Now, I did not give Blood and Honey, the first movie, its own review because I honestly didn't. I didn't really think it deserved one. It will probably most likely in this video be a mini movie review like I used to do with the shorts, and then I'll go into Blood and Honey too. So yeah, with all of that out of the way, telling you that we're doing two movies instead of one, let's just go ahead and jump right into the First Blood and Honey. This movie felt like a cash grab, 100%. I genuinely think it was, and I think that this entire universe that they're making is a cash grab. I'll get into it whenever I talk about the second movie, but this one feels like a cash grab. It is pretty obviously a cash grab. The kills aren't as violent as I wish they were. There's nudity in this, but not like, I don't know, like most slasher movies. It does it well. This is just weird, I guess. I don't know, man. This movie's not good whatsoever. I honestly, the gore isn't good. The designs for Winnie the Pooh and Piglet aren't good. There's only two of them out of all of them. Eeyore is already dead. They had to eat him because in like the during the winter or whatever, it was too cold to get food. And then there was the whole thing with just everything about this movie, the acting, the writing, everything was just not very good, not very good at all. The only thing that I will give this movie is that it was meme worthy, and that's it. I honestly don't remember very much about this movie's story or plot. I probably wouldn't remember very much even if I watched it just before I made this review. This movie is not very good, and Winnie the Pooh and Piglet both have zero actual character to them, I guess. They don't have any lines that I can remember. They don't really do anything memorable whatsoever, except Piglet just slamming a sledgehammer into the pool instead of hitting the girl that's right in front of him. That was pretty stupid. Yeah, this movie isn't very good. I'm gonna give it a 2 out of 10 just because it's better than Things, because that's the worst movie I've ever seen in my life, and this is right above that. Yeah, this movie's not good. Okay, now let's talk about a movie that is a marked improvement, but not by much. Let's just get right into it. Winnie the Pooh 2. Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey 2. It would have rhymed if they wouldn't have put the blood and honey, but whatever. This movie is right off the bat better in every way. The acting is better. They replaced all the actors. The acting is better. The story is better. The writing is about the same, but everything else is way better. The gore is kind of better. The kills are still slightly boring. I wrote a script whenever I was in middle school for a slasher movie, and one of the kills in this I feel like was stolen from me, to be honest, because it was literally just he slams into him and knocks him down, and he's on his back. He steps on his back and starts pulling on his arm and rips it off, which, I mean, this one does it a little bit different with the arm pull off, but it's whatever. It's whatever. I'll give them this one. Whatever. Honestly, the masks look way better with Winnie the Pooh. Piglet looks like a completely different character, which is fine because it's basically just retconned that the first movie was literally a cash grab made because of a real murder that happened, which is kind of weird, to be honest. It's like even the like Jeffrey Dahmer movies and stuff, they take a at least 10 years before they make it just to act like they care about the victims and stuff. But this one, it's just like a week later they have a movie made. The Winnie the Pooh masks, all of the masks look better, especially up close. Whenever they're far away, they look about the same as they did in the first movie. It honestly feels like they had different masks for up close shots and far away shots, which is fine, whatever. I wasn't expecting much whenever it came to that. Each of the characters have kind of their own flavor. Tigger is basically just Freddy Krueger. Owl is just a well-spoken Freddy Krueger. Piglet is just a fat guy. And then Pooh is basically just the silent killer, Jason Voorhees type, until the end where he goes, "Oh, bother," as he gets his head split in half by an axe, which is amazing. I love that scene. I was watching it with my father and my fiance, and I literally looked at them and I was like, if he doesn't say "oh, bother" in this one, I'm gonna kill someone. And he finally said it at the very end, and it made me so happy. This movie, yeah, it's kind of slow, kind of boring. It's more boring the first one, I would say. They tried to add on more story to it, which, I mean, that makes sense. They're making an entire universe out of it. But yeah, all of the kills are fairly forgettable, except there's one with Owl where he swoops down and grabs a dude, which actually looks pretty cool. Gave me some Jeepers Creepers vibes with that, just the way it was shot, not anything good about this movie. Honestly, it gave me more Jeepers Creepers 3. No, yeah, it's the newest one before Reborn, whatever, vibes, because of it. It looked cool, but you could tell it was pretty cheap too. There's also a very good owl kill where he vomits acid on someone's face and then just plucks out their eyes with his fingers. That would have been a really cool one if it didn't look like they were in a tanning booth bed, just because of the lighting and everything. I don't know what was up with that. As he walked outside the character, I was like, oh, that's cool lighting. And then whenever he did the kill, you couldn't see any blood or anything. And I thought, oh, maybe they're going for like a PG-13 rating and they didn't want to get it all out because there wasn't any nudity up until then. And then there's at the very end, there's like a whole bunch of kills in a club and every single chick is just naked. I mean that automatically made me think, oh well, they definitely weren't going for PG-13. So why make that kill as bad as it was whenever it could have been really cool? I don't know, man. This movie's lame. At least the first one wasn't lame. This one's slightly boring and slightly lame. I loved Tigger. He's literally just Freddy Krueger. Even his weapons, just his claws, are amazing. I loved Owl. He actually has a personality, unlike Pooh and Piglet. I think Owl is literally just Tigger, but more well-spoken, and he can fly. Uh, and then Pooh, like I said, is just the Jason Voorhees type of character. Doesn't speak or anything. And then Piglet is just fat, and I don't like him. He looks weird, and I hate him. I don't mean to body shame, but he's a fat man. I don't like him. And his face looks weird. I don't remember him looking that weird in the first one. I'm pretty sure the mask... I like the new one better just because it looks more like a pig, but the old one looked more acceptable. I guess acceptable would be the best word for that. I don't know. This movie isn't good, but it's way better than the first one. As far as acting and writing, even the writing's about the same actually. As far as everything except gore and like actual kills, I'd say it's better. It's slightly more boring, and man, I don't care about any of these characters, even in the first one. I care about Christopher Robin more in this one, which is better, I guess. And then at the very end, during the credits, there are art for the other ones that's going to be showing up. We know Pinocchio and Bambi are going to be showing up. There's a fat dude, like zombie dude, with a breathing mask on. Don't know what's up with that. We tried to figure out what it was, but we just could not come up with an idea of what it was. There was also one with Pan up on top of a building, which, yeah, the Peter Pan movie came out. I haven't seen it yet, though. This movie is just, I don't know. It feels less like a cash grab and more like they're actually trying to build a universe than the first one, which automatically gets more respect from me, because the first one literally felt like a cash grab, and you could tell it was, and it just made me angry. I don't know. At least this one isn't just a blatant cash grab. But yeah, all of the killers are just rehashes of actual famous killers that we actually like. All of the kills are rehashes of things we've already seen. The writing is about the same as the first one. The acting is way better than the first one. And the characters overall are better than the first one. So this is an improvement, but it's still just a 4 out of 10 for me. A 5 out of 10 if I don't know. If I don't know, maybe if they would have had better lighting for the vomit kill, it probably would have raised it up to a 5 out of 10, because that was a really cool kill. I like vomit, like acid vomit. That's always a cool touch for a killer. But I don't know. It's just, this is kind of a lame movie. So yeah, 4 out of 10. I don't know. Check it out if you heard how horrible the first one was and you still want to get into this new twisted nightmare universe, or whatever they're calling it, the Pooniverse or whatever. Then go ahead and watch the second one instead of the first one, because the first one has been downgraded to just an in-universe movie, which is pretty funny. Even the universe that they're set in knows that it's just a cash grab, except it's even worse than their universe because, like I said, it's actual murders, and it's like a week after, so they spent only a week on it to make a movie about actual murders. It'd be like if in like the 70s or whatever, right after Jeffrey Dahmer murdered a whole bunch of people, they just made a Jeffrey Dahmer movie and as a cash grab. It's just weird. I don't know, man. Yeah, 4 out of 10. Neither of these movies are very good. Hopefully, the universe grows and gets even better. Because honestly, as much of as a steep like uphill, like how much better this one is than the last one, I feel like if they keep at it for a long time, they could probably perfect their directing and get what they really want, and what the people really want. But yeah, honestly, the next movie they do with Pooh honestly just needs to be bloodier, less boring, and a little bit better writing, and it would be perfect. But yeah, I don't know. End of video. See ya.